There is the Working Journalist Act, which gives protection to journalists, but you see, this Working Journalist Act has almost become useless. The reason being, these owners of the media, they have now started engaging people on contract basis, not on regular. In fact, not only in the press, but almost all business organizations nowadays have resorted to this novel method of appointing people on contract basis. Even teachers in many universities are appointed on contract basis. I mean, the large scale, there is no job security, the man is totally. So, this Working Journalist Act has actually, it has become almost useless. There was a judgment of the Supreme Court in the, which was that commission, Madhya Commission. That was, Madhya Commission report was upheld by the Supreme Court. That report had provided for high wages to media people. But, you see, judgments are given, but they can't be implemented because people are on contract and the owners know various devices to avoid their legal liabilities. In the well-known judgment of the Constitution bench of the Supreme Court must have at least 5 judges in it. So in the case of Sahara India Real Estate versus SEBI, Securities Exchange, a very important judgment was given just a few years back. There what had happened was this Sahara company was negotiating with some people, and that private negotiation was published in the newspapers. So they filed a case which went up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court Constitution bench said that they gave an important ruling regarding media reporting of court cases. They held that if there is a substantial risk, real and substantial risk that the trial will be prejudiced, then a restriction can be placed, but it should be for a short duration. That was held. It is reported. You can read it online. It is Sahara India Real Estate Company versus SEBI. So, because you know what has happened, this media trials are held. The Sheena murder is also some kind of a media trial which is being done. This lady Indrani has been found guilty by the media. Media kept on saying, oh, she was a devil, she married five times and all this thing. I mean, is it proper? Like that Arushi murder case, there was another case of a media trial. So media, to get sensations, the TV channels want to raise their TRP ratings so that to make more profits. They can go to any low ethical level. Ethics is finished in the media. It's all profit motive. Somehow you create sensations, breaking news, etc. to raise your TRP rating in television channels. So something should be done about it, but I am very pessimistic that anything will be done. Media in India should be playing the role which the media in Europe played in the 18th and 19th centuries of helping people come into the modern age, of spreading scientific ideas, combating feudal custom practices and ideas like astrology, etc. and help people develop modern minds. At present, you know, the mental level of 90% people in India is very low, full of casteism, communalism, superstitions. We have to combat that, and the media can play a very historical and patriotic role, as the European media played in the 18th, 19th centuries. People like Voltaire and Rousseau, they were one of the, you can say, founders of modern Europe. They helped Europe come out of feudal dark ages into the modern age. They played a historical role, a progressive role. Whereas here our media is doing just the reverse, seeking to perpetuate the backwardness of people by propagating superstitions, by diverting attention of the people from the real issues towards non-issues. See, very often you see in the television of things which are totally insignificant. I went to my friend Justice Kalifulla, who is the judge of the Supreme Court at present. I was his Chief Justice in Madras High Court. Justice Ibrahim Kalifulla, who is a Tamilian. So I was in Delhi, so by the way I went to him for a cup of tea and I asked him, do you read the newspapers? He said, never. I said, do you see television? He said, never. I said, why? He said, because there's nothing in it. And he told me that he had spoken to Justice Rohinton Nariman, who is another judge of the Supreme Court, and asked him that, do you read the newspapers? So Justice Nariman said, I get 6 newspapers. I take 1 minute in reading through all of them. Because there's nothing in it. Except frivolous things, insignificant things. So, I am sorry to say I have a very poor opinion about the media and most media people. Yes, there are some, I don't say all of them are bad. Some, like I mentioned the name of P. Sainath. He is the great journalist. His name should be written in letters of gold. And there are some others also. But the general rut is very bad, very low. You know, these editors of the TV channels, of the newspapers, they are given fantastic salaries by their owners. The proprietor, for example, in TV channels, many of them, they are the anchors and editors. They are given packages of 5 crore, 6 crore, 10 crore, I don't know. And in this way they have been bribed because they are getting huge salaries, and accordingly they have raised their standard of living. They have acquired huge bungalows, huge cars, huge big bank balances, and therefore they will not do anything to lose their job. Because if you lose the job, the income will suddenly become zero. So they will do whatever the master tells them to do. So in a way, this is a way how they have been bribed. That is why, you know, General V.K. Singh called them prostitutes. Not all of them, but most of the media people are prostitutes, I agree. They have no shame, no ethics, no desire to help the country. All they want is their self-interest. The big media people, the anchors and group editors, they are enjoying huge salaries. I mean, you have no idea what they are getting. But for that, the price they have to pay is that you keep your mouth shut and do whatever I tell you to do. Otherwise, I will sack you. So, the top people who are earning a huge amount, they will do their master's bidding. And, but at the lower level, the media people are exploited. They are given just a miserly salary, hardly 5,000 or 10,000 rupees a month. A pittance. These, they are called stringers or what. They are hardly paid anything. It's total exploitation of 90%. Most of the media people are getting a pittance. It's only the top run people who are getting huge salaries. So these people at the lower level, they have no job security because they are appointed on contract basis. They are scared of speaking out, otherwise whatever little they are earning, they won't even get that. There is massive unemployment in the country, so they can't afford to open their mouths. But when I had gone to Bihar, when I was chairman of the press council, a lot of journalists of Patna came to meet me, and they said that there is undeclared emergency in Bihar. That was when Mr. Nitish Kumar BJP government was in power. I said, how? They said that no journalist dares to write against this Nitish government. If a journalist, there were cases where some journalists who wrote against the government, the government pressurized the management and he was transferred to some remote area. Or the government cut off the advertisements, and you know newspapers survive on advertisements. So there was sort of undeclared emergency, and nobody would dare speak against the Bihar government. All the reporting was good. I went there to Bihar. This was in I think 2012 or so, or 2013 maybe. And it was said, oh, Bihar shining. I said, what shining? I went for a walk on the road in Patna, outside the Patna University, where I had been invited by the Vice Chancellor. And all filthy drains. I was walking on the road, both sides of the road there were uncovered drains with filthy water, huge garbage everywhere. Then I went from Patna to Gaya by road. That is about 100 miles away. All everywhere dirt, filth. I said, what is it Bihar? Great improvement has been made in Bihar. I said, where is it? I can't see it. Which industries have been set up? What progress has been made? Great improvement has been made in Bihar. But nobody dares say this in the press or in the other media, because if you say it, then I appointed a 3-member fact-finding committee consisting of members of the press council who were themselves journalists. That please, this is the complaint I have got, please make an investigation. They made a thorough investigation. They got in fact one copy of a letter of the top official in the Ministry of Information of Bihar government, directing the press people that you have to do what we tell you to do. So they gave a report that these complaints are true, and that has been published. I got it published in the website of the press council. So this is a way of imposing restrictions. Many governments, if you write against them, they will take away the advertisements. You know, a newspaper survives on advertisement, not on sale of the paper. And many of the large bulk of the advertisements are of government departments or government corporations. So if the government gets angry with you, they will stop giving you advertisements. So newspapers do not want to annoy the government. Even if the government is doing something wrong, they will not publish anything for fear that our advertisements will be cut off. So there are various ways of restricting the media, the freedom of the media. And I personally am very pessimistic. I don't see any way out. As it is, I am not the chairman of the press council anymore, but I don't think there will be any improvement. The situation will continue like this. So thank you very much.